Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And, I'm so excited that we can all come together no matter what time zone we're in or where we are in the world. We're all here at one time. Now, I know this one is actually more of a pop up because I did not do the LinkedIn live event in prep for. I usually do that on Sundays. But for those of you that don't know, I am in Houston, Texas, where we have had a hurricane come through, and we have been actually in the eye of the storm. Yesterday, I got home from softball and we prepared for the hurricane. And lo and behold, with all of our preparation, we've made it through. And I think we're on the other side now. The eye just went through. I mean, we've been in the eye of the storm, but in the middle where it's the most calm, we actually just went through that recently, like in the last 30 minutes. I don't know, time flies. Maybe it's been longer than that. But we have it's been kind of hit or miss as it relates to what the weather's going to look like. And we had anticipated no power and no water. All is well. We prepared for the worst and we came out better than we had anticipated. So super excited. So I am here live for those of you that might be joining for the first time. This is my own personal live. I do several of them a week. I talk about all things sales, AI, and humanity related. And so I have a live show for each of those different content pillars or initiatives that I really focus on. And this one is more of just a pop-up on Mondays, 10-15 minute live sessions where I share little bits of information, the human behind human AI cells. So a little bit of information regarding myself. And when I decided to do this, I know not everyone cares to hear all about me or get to know me different at a deeper level. But for me, this was a way, we have to hold ourselves. We have so many things that we hold ourselves accountable for. And if we're really good and motivated and focused and driven, we do hold ourselves accountable for quite a few things. But in this instance, I have a lot on my plate. And while this is important to me, it wasn't as important enough that I could hold myself accountable with all the other things I had going on. So my goal was really to make or have really my LinkedIn family be my accountability partners. I have accountability partners in other areas. And this one I decided, if I held myself accountable to a live, I might actually get the results that I wanted, because when I do things by video, it takes me forever to get a video done. And if I write things down, I can always find something else that I need to get done in place of. So if I do these regularly, I'm holding myself accountable in a way, because I put myself out there, and you guys are essentially holding me accountable, whether you show up or not, whether anyone listens or not. And my intent is, at the end of this series, whatever that may be, whenever that might be, I am going to take this content, I'm going to transcribe it and turn it into something exciting, or at least for me, it's exciting, something I've always dreamed about. So I'll share more about that at a later time. But this is, I think, episode 4 or 5. I need to go back and check because I'm not quite as prepared. Otherwise, I would have created the LinkedIn Live already for this event. But I do have I did have talked about really why I started Success with AI and my Celevators program and the Human AI Cells brand. I've also talked a little bit about my real why. So, I had my original why as to why I started Success with AI, but then I dove in and went through this journey of healing and really uncovered my real why. I've talked about just my entrepreneurial journey and a little bit about my experience as I before I embarked on this journey. Today, I really wanted to talk about, I think it was super fitting. I may have already suggested that I was going to talk about something different, but I decided today I really wanted to focus on, because I've got everyone here at home, which it's the summer, so my kids are normally home, but my husband's home and the neighborhood's home. I mean, everyone's home because of the hurricane. And so one of the things I really wanted to focus on today was my vision. when the reason why I started my entrepreneurial journey was, yes, partly because I'd always had a dream of wanting to own my own business. And I had attempted over the course of, many years, just in little spurts, different various things that I thought might turn into something of value. And, I won't say they failed because I learned something from them all, but they weren't as successful. And at the moment when I decided to, in 2022, when I decided to really take the leap, there was a gap I was trying to fill. So that's the second. So it was something I always wanted to do. I knew I had a gap that I could fill. And so, but the other thing was, on top of all of that, was that I realized at the moment that I took that leap, that I wanted to go down this journey, was that I was not in a happy place. I had been in this deep, dark depression and was not really the best mom or the best wife that I could possibly be, nor was I just the best version of myself, which we need in order to show up and be good for all the other areas, right? And so what I decided I needed to do was, part of the reason I wasn't in that good space was kind of where I was professionally. And I knew that I needed to take this leap of faith and try the entrepreneurial journey on, because I did want to become a better version of myself. I wanted to get out of this depression. I wanted to really love what I was doing, because I knew when I worked on what I spent the majority of my time doing, which was work related, that I could then have a better mental capacity to be a better mother, a better wife, and just be a better person to my own self, right? With self care and all the other things that we need in order to feed our souls. So I realized that it was super important for me to really focus on me and my family as I made that decision. So when I then launched Success with AI, I had a vision, but it was more professional based. And I even had a mission, but I did those kind of off the cuff. Once I really understood my real why and went through all of this, I created my my vision evolved. How about that? My vision evolved. And my vision really today is focused around 50% my family and the other 50% my work. Well, I don't know if that's really how I divide out, but it's half of it is centered around my family and the other half is centered professionally. But, I don't know if I divide out my time that by 50-50, but nonetheless, it is really, my life is focused on my family and myself first, and then my professional career. And that's really timely today because everyone is home today. And while I am still working, and I'm coming off of a holiday weekend and then softball with my daughter, and July is a crazy month. Like, I had this tournament out of town with the holiday this past week. This week, my son has his final tournament of the season, which starts on Wednesday officially, and there's a lot of activity. And then next week, my husband not only goes out of town and goes to Germany for 12 days, but we also then have Emma's final tournament, which actually starts on Tuesday. So July is a really tough a tough month for me to really be effective and spend as much time in the business, working with clients and with my business like I would like. That being said, that's where the value of my vision is so important, and why I think it's so super important that we all have a vision. And my vision is really is this, which is to build this legacy for my family that allows us the ability to spend more time doing the things that we love together, while then elevating or cultivating the elevating sales to cultivate exceptional sales results. I don't know why I'm struggling on the professional side, but to elevate sales to cultivate exceptional sales results. So, the first half again was personal, and then the second half was professional. And so for me, that is so super fitting in the month of July. I have really wanted to focus on my family. Not everyone wants to do that. Not everyone can afford to do that. Not everyone really understands the value of that, or is in a space where they can recognize that on their own. It's taken me a long time to get there. Hell, I turned 52 this in November. So, it took me until 50 to realize the negative impact that I might be having, not only on myself, but on my family, but also that I needed to take that shift and what that shift even needed to be. So I guess I leave you with just this. I mean, we've been on here for a little over 10 minutes now. So I leave you with just this. Life is short. And whether you are an entrepreneur or you work in the corporate world, it is super important to really understand what your values are and why you do what you do, but what your overall vision is, so that you can build your mission and your goals and all of that related to that vision. And my vision is to be the best mother and the best wife and create this legacy for them, while also elevating sales so that it's a noble profession again. And so I fostered or created my true vision to execute on that, which is, again, it is to build a legacy for my family that enables us the ability to spend more time together doing the things that we love, and to, while elevating sales, to cultivate exceptional sales results. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. Hope that you're having a great day. We are on the other side of the hurricane now, so I think we might still get some rain. The wind's still going pretty crazy, but not near as bad as it was. So I will update you if anything else changes. I'm excited that you have chosen to be here, whether you are on Team Live or Team Replay. And heck, even if no one is out there listening, this is my account, my way to hold myself accountable. And in turn, that's really, that's kind of a putting that accountability out to my LinkedIn family, because whether you join or not, I know I have to show up because I committed myself to do that. My goal is to take these videos, these individual videos, transcribe them, and turn them into some amazing output, or at least amazing for me, and something I've always dreamt of. So I'm hoping you guys have a great rest of your week, that you've had a great start to your week, and that you've had a phenomenal weekend. And now I'm just blabbering. So I'm going to sign off. I'll see you guys here next Monday. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place. Talk to you guys soon. And now I'm going to turn on some music as I do the end stream.